This is the tragic ending of golf's forgotten legend, Mickey Wright. With a swing that even Ben Hogan admired, Mickey had a career most pros could only dream of. This is the story of why she disappeared from the spotlight and why her tragic ending is rarely talked about. This is a total eye-opener. After digging deep into the archives of golf.com, Golf Digest, and the USGA, we uncovered a story so powerful it reshapes golf history. Stay with us until the very end and see for yourself why her legacy deserves to be remembered and celebrated by the entire golf world. Before the trophies, the headlines, and the history books, her story begins with a moment of wonder that quietly changed everything. Born on February 14, 1935 in San Diego, California, she grew up far from the spotlight, attending Herbert Hoover High School and living a life that gave no hint of what was coming. That changed in 1946 when she watched an exhibition match at San Diego Country Club featuring Byron Nelson and Leo Deagle. Something clicked. Golf wasn't just a game anymore, it was a calling. She began lessons with Johnny Bellante, head professional at nearby La Jolla Country Club, and her very first lesson didn't involve a club at all. Johnny handed her the limb of a eucalyptus tree and told her to make it sing. To do that, she had to swing fast, smooth, and fearless, learning to swing through the ball, not at it. By age 12, she broke 100. She studied every move of fellow San Diego standouts, Billy Casper and Gene Littler, practicing on the same range as future champions. Her most influential mentor, though, was Harry Pressler. Every Saturday, her mother drove 2.5 hours for a single 30-minute lesson. Harry believed in one perfect swing, molding her positions by hand, drilling fundamentals inspired by Ben Hogan. The result was a swing built to last a lifetime, one she always called Harry's swing. The results came quickly. She was runner-up at the 1950 U.S. Girls Junior. Stick around, we're just getting started. Once she turned professional, it didn't take long for the LPGA Tour to realize it was witnessing something historic. After joining the tour in 1955, she began a run of dominance that stretched across 14 straight seasons, winning at least one tournament every year from 1956 to 1969. In 1961, she captured both the U.S. Women's Open and the LPGA Championship, then added the title holders and Women's Western Open the following year, becoming the only woman to ever hold 4 major titles at the same time. Her peak bordered on unbelievable. She won 4 consecutive events across 1962 and 1963, and in 1963 alone, she captured a still-standing record 13 LPGA Tour victories, posting an astonishing 62 twice in a single season. She claimed 4 U.S. Women's Open titles, 4 LPGA championships, 2 title holders, and 3 Women's Western Opens, 13 majors in total, all during an era when every win carried the weight of building the tour itself. Beyond the trophies, she was the LPGA's heartbeat. Twice serving as player president, she was the tour's biggest draw, often playing events simply to keep sponsors committed and tournaments alive. Her wide arc swing was nearly flawless, her long irons legendary. Peers called her an anomaly. Betsy Rawls said her shot-making standard might never be equaled, while Kathy Whitworth likened her to golf's greatest icons combined. With 82 wins and Hall of Fame honors, her legacy endures. For her achievements in the LPGA Tour alone, it is obvious that she needs to be immortalized. To discover the other reasons why she must not be forgotten, continue watching with us to find out. At the height of her power, she made the most surprising choice of all. She walked away. By 1969, the grind had begun to take its toll. Her feet ached, her wrists throbbed, and the spikes she once relied on were replaced by sneakers just to make it through tournament rounds. Physically, The warning signs were there, but the deeper reason ran far beyond pain. At heart, she was a quiet woman, never comfortable living under bright lights. The non-stop travel, the expectations, the cameras, it all weighed on her more than the scorecards ever did. Though she stepped back from full-time competition, she wasn't finished winning. In 1973, she captured her 82nd and final professional victory at the Colgate Dinah Shore Winner's Circle, firing a closing 68 to pull away by 2 shots. Her last official LPGA appearance came 7 years later, in 1980, where she quietly tied for the 33rd. Asked why she chose retirement, her answer was simple and revealing. She didn't want to stay long enough for the world to watch her decline. Golf never left her, though. At home in Florida, she hit balls from a mat on her patio into a nearby fairway, not for trophies, but for joy. She called golf self-expression, each hole its own story. Even years later, crowds followed her. In the mid-1990s, she returned briefly on the senior circuit. Still captivating, still extraordinary. Make sure to watch all the way through to find out what life for her was after golf. After leaving the roar of galleries behind, she chose a life defined by quiet, not applause. She settled in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where retirement meant privacy, simplicity, and the occasional round of recreational golf. She wasn't hiding from the world, she simply didn't chase it. Invitations poured in, but she politely declined, including the LPGA Tour's 50th anniversary and even the unveiling of the Mickey Wright room at the USGA Museum. Though she never attended, she sent a heartfelt note of thanks and kept a scrapbook of every article written about the gallery that bore her name. At 60, she made a firm decision. No more photographs. From that point on, her voice, not her image, was how the public occasionally heard from her, through rare phone interviews and thoughtful emails. Mostly, she lived unseen, yet she never stopped caring about the game or its future. She quietly mentored young golfers, including prodigy Lucy Lee, exchanging notes and encouragement after Lucy qualified for the U.S. Women's Open at just 11. She followed emerging talent closely, always rooting from a distance. Her closest connection to the past was a monthly phone call with Kathy Whitworth, a simple ritual of friendship and respect. Golf was still part of her days too, hitting balls from her porch into a nearby fairway, a new mat replacing the one she donated to the museum. She even overcame breast cancer in 2006 with quiet strength. Though she stepped away from public life, golf never truly let her go, and neither did those who remembered her greatness. To know how the community continued to cherish her legacy, stay with us to the end of this video. 3 days after celebrating her 85th birthday, the game quietly lost one of its greatest voices. On February 17th, 2020, she passed away from a heart attack, just weeks after being hospitalized following a fall. The news rippled through golf with a heaviness few moments ever bring. In death, she remained as devoted to the game as she had been in life, bequeathing her entire estate to the USGA and requesting that her ashes rest beneath the bay window of the Mickey Wright room at the USGA Museum. Tributes poured in from across the sport. 8-time major champion Tom Watson remembered not only her flawless swing, but her rare graciousness among peers. Carrie Webb called her the greatest women's golfer of all time, recalling the humility and kindness she showed early in Webb's career. Christy Kerr said, "The LPGA lost part of its heart and soul, cherishing every letter Mickey ever answered." Golf organizations echoed the sentiment, honoring her role in elevating women's golf. Major media outlets around the world covered her passing, underscoring the magnitude of the loss. Yet the true tragedy wasn't simply that she died, it was that an era ended, widely considered the greatest. The reason why the golf community needs to remember her legacy might just surprise you. Some legends are remembered for their trophies, others for the way they changed the game forever. Her significance lives in more than numbers, though the numbers alone are staggering. She redefined what was possible in women's golf, pairing dominance with a swing so powerful and elegant that many still call it the finest ever. Ben Hogan admired it. Modern greats study it. Annika Sorenstam and Tiger Woods have analyzed its principles, and instructors still reference it as a blueprint for greatness. Her swing didn't just win tournaments, it elevated the sport. Its timeless mechanics continue to influence players like Annika Sorenstam and Nelly Korda, proving that true fundamentals never fade. And her competitive record backs it all up. 82 LPGA victories, 13 major championships, and a standard of athletic excellence that reshaped the game in the 1950s and 60s. She remains the only golfer to win the LPGA championship 4 times. Beyond performance, her relationship with golf was uniquely pure, inspiring generations of women to see the game as both art and expression. That impact places her name alongside Bobby Jones, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, and Ben Hogan. Some even call her a Mount Rushmore figure of American golf. Her story lives on through the USGA Museum and through history itself. The U.S. Women's Open medal now bears her name, an honor shared only with Jack Nicklaus. Legends like hers never fade. For another unforgettable piece of golf trivia, proceed to watch the next video we have queued for your viewing pleasure.